I told my mom that I cheated on my girlfriend. She's divorcing my dad now. Trigger warnings. Infidelity, past trauma, manipulation. I messed up and I did something really bad. I cheated on my girlfriend. We were drifting apart and I started talking to another girl and we went on a date before I broke up with my GF. I felt really guilty and I should. I broke up with the other girl and am going to be single for a while because I want to figure out why I cheated. On my GF, I asked my mom if she could sign me up for therapy. I'm on my parents' health insurance. She said sure, and if I wanted to talk to her, I told her how I cheated on my GF. She told me that just because I did a bad thing didn't mean I was a bad person. I just needed to learn and not do it again. Talking with her really helped. My parents sat me down a few days ago and told me they were getting divorced. My dad told me a couple of days later that it was my fault, and if hadn't told my mom I cheated, she wouldn't have divorced him. My mom wasn't close with my GF. My birthday was a while ago, so it's not because I'm 18. My dad is mad at me because I broke up their marriage by cheating on my GF. Edit. My dad cheated on my mom. He told me and apologized for saying that it was my fault. She doesn't know that I know now. Full update in new post. Relevant comments. Commenter. I'm confused. Did he explain how you cheating made them divorce? It makes me wonder if your dad has cheated on your mom in the past and this opened a fresh wound and she decided she can't forgive. But even then, that is your dad's fault, not yours. I just don't understand. You didn't ask him to explain. What has your mom said? He didn't. I tried to ask, but he ignored me. My parents wouldn't cheat. They were in love. At least I thought they were, but I guess I don't know because they're divorcing. My mom just said that they loved me the same and they just drifted apart. I don't know the stuff you tell your kids if you're a good parent. Commenter. But how do you know? Even if your dad was angry and being irrational, why focus on the cheating part? Ask your mom why dad is saying this was over your cheating story. We like to think our parents are perfect, but they aren't. I bet your mother would give you a better explanation if you told her what your dad said. He told me they're divorcing because I cheated on my girlfriend and I told my mom. I don't want to stress my mom out because she'll get mad at my dad for telling me this stuff and I want to know the truth. I texted my mom and asked her if it was my fault they were getting divorced. She said no and that we would talk later, but my dad apologized for telling me that it was my fault they were getting divorced. He was sincerely sorry. He said he shouldn't have said that. My mom came and asked why I would think that it was my fault. My dad admitted that he told me that they had a one. My dad told me when she was gone that he had cheated on her once 10 years ago. He confessed to mom and they worked through it. It was the biggest mistake of his life and he wanted to make up for it. He's always treated my mom really well. They went to therapy and counseling and he did a lot of work. She forgave him and didn't hold his cheating against him even in arguments. He thought they were healed and stronger than before. He says I'm smart enough to understand why me confessing about cheating might have triggered something in mom. He says he doesn't know why she suddenly decided to divorce after all these years, but my mom cried after I told her I cheated. Maybe my mom's just lying to me about it not being my fault. Maybe she hates me and my dad. I'm just like my dad, a cheating piece of shit. I thought being a cheater was just bad and I felt guilty about lying to my girlfriend, but cheating on my mom seems worse and I don't know why. I don't know what to do. I wish I never told her. Comments. No thanks, it's not your fault. Your dad is the only one responsible for his actions. Your mom doesn't blame you. She may have forgiven him in the time, but she never forgot. It may have been always at the back of her mind. Please talk to a counselor to help sort out your feelings. Keep an open line of communication with your mom. She loves you, but is probably going through a lot in her mind. Even though your dad apologized, he was completely wrong to take out his actions on you. He needs to take a hard look at himself and reflect why he decided to do that to his child. Best of luck to you and your mom. Pandaratastic. It is not your fault. Cheating on you girlfriend is your fault and you can feel guilty about that, but you parents' divorce is not your fault. Your parents are adults. They make their own decisions. Even if the awareness that you cheated on your girlfriend triggered something in your mom, that would just mean that that something was already there and you had nothing to do with it. Your dad only said it was your fault because he was upset and he wanted to blame someone else for his problems. It is good that he realized that that was very unfair of him. I can understand wanting to think that it is your fault because if it was, it would mean that maybe you could fix it. But the divorce isn't about you. It's something between your parents. This is definitely something you should talk to your therapist about. Do not comment in linked posts or message oops. Boru Rule 7. This is a repost, Sabayam Natop.